Welcome, everybody. My name is Mary. Welcome to Mary's The Art of Cooking. Today I'm going to be making a lasagna, 3-meat lasagna. And my meats are going to be turkey, Jimmy Dean's sausages, Hillshire sausages. So those are my 3 meats. My cheeses are going to be pepper jack, sharp cheddar, Colby, 6 Italian cheeses, and leftover 4 Mexican cheeses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little oil into my spinach because I'm going to cook my spinach down just a little. Saute those down. So let's get the oil down off in there. And I'm going to saute these spinaches until they wither. And they will wither. So just keep stirring. And I'm going to add a little salt because in your lasagna, you want your spinach to have some seasoning. I'm going to put a little black pepper. Just a little. For real, just a little. Just to give it a seasoning. And I'm going to saute those down. And I've already turned on the fire for my pasta. So I'm going to add some water. Some oil into my water. Bring it into a boil. I'm going to add a little salt to it. Some regular salt. And I'm going to continue stirring my spinach until they become fully cooked. And somebody they may say, why are you cooking your spinach? When you bake it, it's going to be cooked too. You're absolutely right. But I would like for my spinach to be fully cooked. So therefore, I'm not going to cook these to the fullness because when they're in the oven, they will cook more. How's everyone doing today? Good. And this is a request that one of the a subscriber requested that I make lasagna. I guess because everybody is making lasagna and everyone does it differently. But as for me, I do mine this way and you'll see it hopefully from start to finish. So I'm trying to cook stuff like really quick so it won't take such a long time. Just gonna wash my hands again because I did earlier before I started touching anything. So just gonna wash it again in your presence. Get that soap out of there. Okay, so as you see, the greens, the spinach, I'm going to put them in this bowl over here. And then I'm going to use the spinach at a later date. And then the water is also coming out of the spinach. I'm going to put my sausages into a pan because I like to cook those as well. I'm going to open up my Jimmy Dean sausage, and I'm going to cook these both of them at the same time. And I'm just chopping up my meat while it's cooking. And you want this fully cooked. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm done with that. Just washing my hands after touching the refrigerator. Get that meat. You're trying to cook your sausages until you get enough oil out of there. Right, almost ready. All right. And you want your meat cooked evenly. You want it to brown evenly on both sides. Or on all the meat. Okay, let me get some Alright, you see how this is browning up really good? You don't see no red off in there. That's really good. And you don't see no oil. Usually sausages have a lot of oil in it. Today I'm batting 100. See how nice that looks? Let me get See how nice that looks? Good job. So we're going to sit that back there. And then it's just up. Look how that looks. Looking good. Is everybody still with me? Good. Okay, so I'm going to let this cook just a little bit more for that. Bring my boiling water up here. Let's turn that one off. Let's put some salt off in my boiling water. These are my noodle water. Oh, this is what I want to do. Move a little fast here. Okay, so my sausages they're ready. This is just how I want them. So what I will do, I'm gonna put them in this strainer so that I can get some of this oil out of it because these are oily. I'm just gonna pour this water on them and let that Alright, so I have to wash that pot out. These are looking really good over here. So let me start my ground turkey. So again, I have my vegetables. I have my onions and my bell pepper. I'm just gonna put some off in here. That out the way. Wash my hand a little bit before I go into that meat. Okay, so we're gonna take it. I'm just gonna some people do it in a bowl. I'm doing it right on the stove. Okay, so you see that's mixed. It mixed up really well. Let me wash my hand over here. So I'm gonna put my granulated onion powder. Would help if I had it open, huh? Let's get this thing open. Okay. Granulated onion powder. Granulated garlic. Seasoned salt. Minced garlic. 1, 2. And I'm just going to stir that around in there so everything can get mixed in. And then I add my black pepper. Just put the black pepper. You want enough black pepper in there. So you want your turkey brown, you know, fully, thoroughly cooked. You can also use ground beef, depending on your family size. If you're just making it for 3 people, just use a pound of ground beef or a pound of turkey. If you're making it for 5 and more, and you like your lasagna meaty, I would suggest to do 3 packs of Genio turkey, ground turkey. And that will be enough. And you can use 2 packs of Jimmy Dean sausage, pan sausages. And then for my smoked sausages, I use Hillshire. You can use Farmer John if you like. I like their smoked sausages too. Sometimes I put it in there. I have 4 different meats. The Hillshire and also Farmer John's smoked sausages. Today I didn't have that in my refrigerator. So 3 meats are good. It's going to work out just fine. So I'm letting this cook. Let me turn that off because I'm not ready for that since I'm cooking up all this meat. Let not my water boil out. I want you to see this. Almost done. Just letting it cook a little bit more. Still needs a little bit more cooking. And you're going to have to drain this turkey meat. And you would have to drain your beef. You see the water? It's liquefied. You don't want that. You don't need it. Somebody's saying, but it's your flavor. It is. But I don't want it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sausages. And I'm just going to pour this on top of my sausages. Because all of that is going to be mixed together anyways. And then I'm going to go to this other sink and pour this out over here. Just looking for a bigger pot to start my sauce. Let me rinse it out. Okay. So, did I open this? Nah, gotta open it. Just opening up my diced tomatoes. Okay. I poured in my diced tomatoes. I'm opening up my ragu. My ragu. I'm gonna put my meat inside here. Put my sausages in. And I need a bigger spoon. Look at all that meat. Look at that. Hey! So, I'm going to add a little more black pepper. And remember, always taste your food. Let me add the 4 cheeses. Thank you, Jesus. It didn't fall in there. I'm going to put that down. And you also can use Italian sausages too. If you want that as a part of your meat, you can use Italian sausages. So I'm gonna put a little Italian seasoning. I'm just gonna pour that in there because it was just a little. I'm gonna do the oregano. Excuse me. I had some oregano open. Oh, I know I did. Here we are. Some oregano. Let's take this off and pour that in there too. Let your meat cook through and through, because what's going to happen is before you start adding salt and some more salt into here, your sausages, they have salt in it. So let it cook at least for 10 good minutes so you can see if you need to add more salt. Because your sausages have salt in it. And I mean a lot of salt. So just let it cook through. Put a little water in my jar. And then I'm going to pour that there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be using Barilla lasagna. Okay. I saw some meat in here. Look at me. You going to this hot, buddy. So let's put that in here. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. I'm going to use a pack. And by putting the oil into this spaghetti pan and your pasta pan, it keeps it from sticking. And I'm not going to let this cook all the way through because it's going to cook in the stove, in the oven. I'm just getting things ready over here. So when it's time to cool down my noodles, I have my pan or my strainer already ready. Let's trash that because I won't need that. Just rotating the pasta so they all can get cooked. As the pasta begin to limber a little, you can move them around, maneuver them around. So like I said, I'm going to let this cook for at least good 10 minutes. I'm going to let it simmer. How is it looking? Looking pretty good, huh? Look at that. Mm-hmm. Look, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't that look good? Looks really good. And if you don't want it to cook in the oven long, cook your noodles through and through. That way, you know that it's done. And it cut down on your bake time. Ooh, and I made, oh yeah, wasted the tomato. Look at that. Okay, I'm sure this is about 10 minutes of its cooking, because I can see that my sausages are shrinking, so that means I should be able to taste the salt content. Here we go. It's good, but I need some more seasoning. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more Italiano seasoning. And I'm gonna let that simmer a little more. And I'm just gonna add the rest of the oregano. And I'm done with that. And I'm gonna just stir that up a little bit. Put a little salt in there. Just a little. And then I'm gonna let this simmer 10 minutes more. And I'm gonna take this off the fire. Let's move this because I don't want to have no problems later with myself being burnt. So we move that out the way. We're gonna pour the noodles in here. We're gonna put a little cold water on it just to cool it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some more water because I have a lot of lasagnas to do. So we're gonna move that over there. I'm gonna turn this fire back on. Okay. So we're gonna cook this a little bit more. And the reason why I put that in there, because I wanna make me a vegetable layer. And I'm going to saute my vegetables on here as well. And this is going to go in with my spinach. I told you, lasagna style, Mary way. I'm telling you, it's so good. You're gonna love it. So I'm just going to let this become transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my layer of my pasta into the pan. Okay, and I'm going to put some cheese. Put my cheese. Put a little pepper jack. I'm going to alternate my cheese. Put a little pepper jack. Then I'm going to put my spinach. Look at that. This is good. Put a little basil leaves in there. You can use marinara sauce if you like. Put a little sugar in here just to cut the acidity. That's enough. I'm gonna wash over here. Just tasting to see. I keep tasting, I guarantee you I'll be full, won't I? Ladies and gentlemen, my sauce has arrived. Okay. Just a little bit more. I like for it to become translucent. So I'm gonna put just a little bit more oil in here. Just a little bit. Okay, this one is good. So I'm just going to sprinkle some around off in there. So this one looks like a vegetable one side of it. Okay, let's put a little salt on here. And we're going to go for what we know. We're going to do the same here. One there. One there. One there. One there. And one there. Let's take one here. So we're going to take our cottage cheese. Our cottage cheese. Some people put it in a bowl and mix it up and put eggs with it, just to sort of spread good and even. Cottage cheese. Let me cut this open. I declare they don't make it for people that's getting older. Shoot. They think so, but we don't. Okay. So I'm going to put some ricotta in here. Okay, that's looking good. Make sure you have your ricotta in here. Really good. Okay, so we got that. Let's add a little more pepper jack to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this over here, and I'm gonna sit this over here so I can start dipping some of my meat. So what I'm gonna do is place it. And since I have so much meat, I don't have to, you know, be stingy with it. So this is how it looks. So I'm gonna put the other layer on. You see it? My other layer of noodles gonna go this way. That way. This way, that way. This way. Let's take this and do this way. Let's take that one and do this way. So we have enough pasta. So I need one more while my water is boiling. Let me wash my hands. Just washing my hands, ladies and gentlemen. I decided to go deep dish, okay? Because that is not happening. So, I'm going to boil my noodles still boiling them. Add a little salt to it. Okay, got my other pack. I'm making more than one. So, I'm going to try to hurry this up so I can put this in the oven so we can see how it turns out. And I'm going to make a part 2 to this. So I don't want it to be too long. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stop it now, and then make a part 2 to show you the other end of it. Okay.